I'll link my old video in the description. I'm just going to go through each of the main family members and give an update. Unfortunately, I used to have a mic, no longer have a mic, so please bear with me, but let's go ahead and jump in. So Jim, Bob, and Michelle, honestly, they really haven't done much in the last almost year. You know, they put out statements about Josh, and Michelle wrote a letter to the judge, but they really haven't spoken out publicly or really posted much of anything. One thing that Jim Bob did post on their website was that he was on a bone broth fast a la like Gwyneth Paltrow, which was very odd, and then posted these like weight loss photos of him and Michelle. It was really interesting, but really not much for Jim Bob and Michelle that we know like and can be confirmed. So on to Josh. Now if you want to skip over this Josh portion, totally understand. I'm gonna put chapters throughout this whole video, and so you can go ahead and skip to Jana if you want to. But anyway, Josh Duggar was sentenced to 12.5 years in federal prison. He's been sent to a facility in Seagoville, Texas that has programs for sex offenders. During sentencing, his mother, as I just mentioned, his wife, his brother-in-law David Waller, father-in-law Mike Keller, and friends supported him by writing letters to the judge begging for leniency. The letters mostly just claimed he was a good father, businessman, and a Christian. A lot of them actually did mention that he supports a widow financially, and it turned out that widow was Clark Wilson's wife, and a bunch of Clark Wilson's kids have come out and been like, my mom is being manipulated, don't listen to this is ridiculous, what have you. So, you know, one would think Josh Duggar's in federal prison, things would be pretty quiet for him. Not really. Around a month ago, a source contacted Without a Cristobal and The Sun, which I know those are both pretty controversial, but they claimed that Josh had been put into solitary confinement for having a phone. Seagoville, I believe, has still declined to comment to this day, so we don't know, exactly what happened. There's a lot more speculation on that, so if you want to go find that out, feel free. I'm not going to go into it in this video. Now, as for his long-suffering wife, Anna, she's deleted her Instagram as of a few months ago. But before, she had a few sporadic posts after the sentencing, including a story on her engagement anniversary saying she's on a road trip with her bestie. I really don't see us hearing much from Anna in the next few years. Moving on to Jana. So after her child endangerment citation, she's been pretty silent online. We only really know a bit of what she's doing from her siblings' social media profiles. She visited Jinger and some siblings in June of last year and just got back, I think, from a Europe trip with Jed, Katey, James, other family members, and friends. There is rumors that she's moved out or moved to a shed on the property, but it's really, really not confirmed. As for John and Abbie, Abbie gave birth to baby Charlie last year in September. They didn't announce his full name, so we just know him as Charlie Duggar. Medicorp is still going strong, and they just got back from a job after an earthquake, I believe. I don't really keep up with Medicorp nowadays. So Jill gave birth to Frederick Michael Dillard in July of 2022, and the last year, she's been kind of going back and forth whether she wants to keep her kids off social media. For months, she'll just hide their faces very obviously in every post, but then she'll post a photo like I have up on the screen with their faces fully shown. I don't really know what they're doing there. Jill and Derick have moved to the Oklahoma-Arkansas line around the Siloam Springs area, I believe, in the summer. Derick is now an assistant district attorney for Stillwell, Oklahoma. As for Jessa and Ben, they've officially moved to their new home, and Ben has settled in as a pastor. Jessa did announce she became pregnant late last year and lost the baby. After losing that baby, she had a DNC. Many have called Jessa out since DNC procedures are being threatened in some states due to the overturning of Roe v. Wade. Jessa and Ben have both been very outspoken in their support for that overturning. Ben has come out and said after, kind of backlash towards Jessa that everyone calling her out needs to give her a public apology, and even Allie Beth Stuckey has come in to Jessa's defense. Jinger released her theological memoir, Becoming Free Indeed, Disentangling Faith from Fear. She said, it isn't a tell-all, but she does go into how the IBLP emotionally harmed her, which I would say involves her family because her parents brought in the IBLP to their lives. Jinger says she hasn't spoken to Josh in 2 years. In the book, she also praises Ben for helping her see that people who do not follow the IBLP can be good Christians. She praises Jeremy for, kind of making her see the light on that one. Jill has been the only sibling to publicly support her book. I know Joy said that she was going to read it, but hasn't really said anything after. And then, of course, Jeremy is continuing at Master's Seminary as a doctoral student. So Joe and Kendra are staying off social media entirely. I don't remember quite when that started or if that was mentioned in my first video. Also, it's believed that Joe and Kendra gave birth to a baby boy around May of 2022. We don't know his name, but I'm sure she is cooking up another one right now, or she will be soon. So Josiah and Lauren have completely deleted their Instagram, and no one's really heard from them. I know that they're leaving social media and public life started in about November of 2020. It is assumed that they gave birth to a baby girl around April or May of 2022 and never announced anything about it. James accidentally leaked their child's name, which is presumed to be Daisy, this winter in a YouTube video. Moving on to Joy and Austin. Joy's expecting a son this May, so in about 2 months. They say they're going to name him after Austin's grandfather, James. Joy and Austin have tried to rezone a plot of land next to a daycare and elementary school into an RV park. The community actually did veto their efforts, I believe. Jed and Katey gave birth to a son, Truett Oliver Duggar, the month I posted my last video. So that was May of last year. They're expecting a daughter just 1 year after Truett's birthday, and they plan to name her Nora Kate. So Jer and Hannah, they got married shortly before I made my last video. They gave birth to Brynlee Noel on Christmas Day of last year. So Jason's believed to be courting a woman named Claire Langdon due to posts by Claire's mother on Facebook that got posted to Reddit. Claire attended Crown College, and her sister Emma served as a tutor for the Bates family. I know I definitely feel bad for Hillary Spivey that she's lost her man. But Claire is the one just to the left of Jason on this photo. So James started a vlog called Duggar's Gone Wild that he's since renamed Duggar Vlog. He posts family videos a la Jessa's old account, but with more stunts and drones. Justin and Claire have yet to announce a pregnancy, and they just celebrated 2 years of marriage last month. In June of last year, Jackson graduated from Alert Academy alongside one of Caleb Williams' brothers. Caleb Williams is the man Josh claims might be responsible for his own convictions. And then as for the Lost Girls and Tyler, I have absolutely zero updates. There were some photos that Michelle and Jimba posted of them this summer, but other than that, they, who knows what they're doing. But that's all I have for today, and thank you for watching this update to the Duggar Guide.